And hello guys, hope all of you are doing great. And first of all, sorry again for the long time without posting any video, but I was just not feeling like it, and I'm not gonna give you shit or things that I'm not satisfied with. So, also, this game you all know if you are playing this, because toxicity. I'm not the best person to talk about toxicity, but there are just times where people, it's just too much, and it just makes you just want to stop playing for a whole week or two. But well, finally I'm here, and why am I showing you this? Because recently I've been playing a lot of Tryndamere, and I like the champion. I've been playing him, I wouldn't say quite a lot, but in most of my games recently. And yeah, I'll explain you uh, how does it work, and gameplay video, two of them actually. Okay, so first of all, this is the rank 7 build. I'm not showing the other six first because this one is the, I would say, first on the Baron lane. And I will show you my build. So here we go, there. There we go. So, this is the build that I use. I use Ghost and Flash. Some people use Ignite, which can be really interesting. Or even Barrier if you want to play safe, but I don't think Barrier is good. I'll explain you why just later. Heal and Exhaust, no point in that. And Smite, I'm not in the jungle, so nothing. About the runes. Conquer. Some people play with Fleet, and I wouldn't say it's that bad. It's good if you want the short trades, but I don't really bet on fighting a lot in the early game, or if I do, it's all in. So it's not the Fleet footwork style. The Fleet footwork style is walk around, eat one dime, and run. Just this, just like poke the enemy from time to time. Second, I've seen people play with a champion, with vampirism as the last that I show you, even with brutal. I think Gathering Storm could make sense. I'll explain you why later. And I prefer playing weakness because his second ability actually slows the enemy, which is considered as impairing the movement. Second, second wind. Bone plating could be more interesting depending on the matchup, but it doesn't really matter. I would say that if the enemy poke you a lot, second wind. If he doesn't, bone plating. As the last rune, you can go for Sweet Tooth, but I don't see any point because his first ability heals. So I just go for Mastermind. No point on using any other. About the items. So, with Tryndamere is passive, when you attack an enemy or kill something like a minion, a jungle monster, a champion, you gain rage. When that rage reaches 100%, it doubles your critical. Basically, for every point of fury, you gain a bit of critical, and oops, please, there, and it's doubled when at max fury. So you'll have 32, if I'm not wrong, percent of critical. So only 3 items, which each item gives you 25, is enough. You can also try to play with only 2 critical items to have 82% in the end. But I prefer having like a sure, I would say a sure critical rate on 100% when my fury is full. If not, you can just like buy something really damage heavy, I would say like a Bloodthirster or a Mortal Reminder. So, first, Static Sheath. The second, this one, that will build into Phantom Dancer. Zeal is really good. It's super gold efficient and it does everything. It gives you movement speed to chase or run away, critical and attack speed. Perfect for Shinamir. This one builds into Blade of the Ruin King, attack speed, damage, and vamp. Perfect, really good. The third and last critical, Infinity Edge. Just a lot of damage. It even makes your critical deals even more damage. From the normal 200 from 230. As last item, I've seen people use Mortal Reminder, but I prefer using Stark's Cage because of one thing, the passive. Not the double the attack on basic attacks, it's really good, but it's more about the lifeline, the tenacity that it gives you. Because when you are Tryndamere, the worst thing that can happen to you is getting crowd control over and over again. So, I will see you in practice mode to explain the abilities better. So, see you now. So I'm back in practice mode. My first item is Static Sheath. The first two weapons is the gauntlet that gives me critical damage and the attack speed, but first item, first small item that you will buy is a small sword. You don't need the attack speed, you don't need critical in the early game, it will be irrelevant. So, damage. This will be showing you one thing that I will ask you to look at. In the first column, the third line, critical rate. Look at the critical rate. Will spawn a dummy. Here? Yes. So I will attack it. Look below my health bar. You see, there is a red bar. It's filling. I will just disable the spot. So, as you can see, it's filling. Every time I attack, I gain fury. Now I will look again, and look at my critical rate, getting up. Just a little more, and there you go. When it's full, it isn't 16%, it's double, so 32. So, first ability. I will quickly just... The bot just died, I don't care. Okay, level 15. The first ability that you want is the third one. So, the third one is really simple. Is a spin. Just this. Spin. And spin again. You can also go through terrain. But if you cannot cross... Look, you see? It will finish on the wall. So it won't let me. Be sure that you can reach the other side. You can also try on the limit. Look. See? It also goes. Because I would be like... It says clip into a wall, which will be like stuck. And the game doesn't want this to happen. That's why if you want to put the ward here, the game will automatically put it somewhere else. So, first ability, this one. Just in case of something happens, it let you escape or even chase. Second, you want to max out to have another point on the first ability. I will come here and show you. So, when you use it, you will consume you, utilize all your fury, and you will heal. It scales with magic damage. And no, it's not worth to build magic damage items for it. I've already tried and it's not worth. But the interesting part about this ability is the passive. You gain 5 attack damage and plus 1.25 per HP lost. The more HP you have, the lower you are, the more damage you deal. So, the ability order. This one, the third, the first again, because yes, the damage from the passive scales. As you can see on the first line, level 1, 5, 2, 10, 3, 15, and 4, 20. So at level 4, you will have this one, a Scream. The Scream reduces the attack damage of enemy champions by 25%, level 1. And if they are walking away from Tryndamere, they will have this chicken, they will get slower. If they are walking towards us, they won't. As if you look at the scuttle, no, it doesn't affect. It only affects champions. So, level 5, ultimate. And then you will max out this ability, and you'll be level 7 if I'm not wrong. So you can put another point on the ultimate, but don't do that. Just don't put points in the ultimate unless you are forced to. I will explain you why. So, upgrade order. 1 here, 2 here, 1 here, ultimate, then max out the first, then max out the third, then max out the second, and then the ultimate. Why? We will look at the ultimate then. The ultimate basically just reduces your ultimate's cooldown and gives you fury when you utilize it. It's not worth, because if you look at the first ability, it will give you more damage and more healing. The third, it will reduce the cooldown and deal more base damage. I didn't talk about this, but per each enemy hit, you will gain 2 fury. So if you do this in a big minion wave, I'll just do this quickly. If you do this in a big minion wave, you will gain a lot of fury, as you can see. So, at last, this one. The slow in the enemy will be basically doubled in the level 4, but it will also reduce a lot the damage that the enemies will deal to you. So it's not efficient to put points in the ultimate unless you need it. In case of you don't know, Tryndamere, I think you all know, we've all been in the situation when the Tryndamere just wipes the whole team and still survives at 1 HP. Why? Let's look at it. You cannot be killed by anything for 5 seconds. Upgrading this ability doesn't make this longer, so that's why it's not worth. If it would give like at least 1 more second of invulnerability and being unkillable, yes, it would be worth maybe. But it just doesn't. It just doesn't like this. Use your ultimate right before you are about to die, or else it won't be efficient. You will be fighting, you will use your ultimate, they will deal damage to you, your health will be low, and when you'll be really low at 1 HP, you won't have your ultimate. I will, in the comment I will show you. You will see why is it important to use the ultimate at the last moment. So that's everything that you need to know about Tryndamere. Is basically, it's pretty press forward champion. The thing that you really want to avoid is crowd control, because yes, you can still get crowd control on your ultimate, but if you are under crowd control, like stunt, root, knock up, you can use your ultimate, don't worry. But try to don't get crowd control, because if you get stunned, you will still be stunned while the invulnerability is running out. About the combos, simple. The enemy is here. Try to always start a fight with full rage. It's really important. It's a lot more damage that you can deal. So, the enemy is here. Do this, so he will walk away. Then, use this to slow him, because if he's looking at you, he won't get slow. So be sure that the enemy is running away. There, then you can chase, attack, 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 just do this. The cooldown on the spin reduces by 1 second every time you attack, and it causes a critical. So just this, basically pretty press forward. If you think that you are getting really low, you can eventually use the first ability. If you are getting really, really low and you are about to die, ultimate. And keep chasing. Try to keep the next spin to get out of the fight when your ultimate is about to run out. It's really important. You can still use this ability to reduce the attack damage of the enemy champions. So yeah, that's basically it. I'll see you in the gameplay. So, here we are in the game, and as it's obvious, I'm playing Tryndamere on top versus Pantheon. So this matchup, I would say that Pantheon might have the advantage. So Pantheon needs to poke me, and this is a mistake that I did, by the way. Start with a spin, but if you leash, don't spin while helping. Spin while getting out, because look at the wave. Look at this minion. It will die, and I am not close enough to get the experience. If I would have spin out when I would helping my jungler, yes, it would be nice. So try not to take too much damage. This laning phase, and I'm still learning about Tryndamere, and I've did some mistakes on this game, and that's why I thought it would be really interesting to show you. So I like to do this, taking the plant really early on to basically have healing for me. Fun fact, the healing plants also gives you rage, such as Renekton, for example. I like to take the plant really early on, almost on spawn, if I'm not like over healing, because the plant will respawn faster. There I'm getting poked a lot, and that's why Pantheon is really strong. It can harass me a lot. So what do I want? Basically all in. In this situation, I will do something a bit questionable, but you will see, it will be interesting. So he has 1 HP. Did I need to flash in? I don't know. But I, in general, I don't think flash in a kill it's really worth unless it's a shutdown. But since it was the first blood, it gives more gold. So yes, in the end, I think it's worth to do it. Now I just want to be sure that the wave will be crashing. And I would go back, but Kha'Zix will be annoying, and you'll just be like, nah, it didn't even chase me. If you would, I would just use my spin out. So, first pack, I got Zeal. This item is broken. Movement speed to chase or run away. Attack speed to stack faster your passive. And start building critical. Really good. Two of my items build. Sorry, too fast. Build with zeal. It's a static sheath, the sword that deals like lightning, and the Phantom Dancer, the one that will give me a shield when I'll be under 35% if I'm not wrong. There, I'm level 5, and out I can go in, and I use my ultimate. Okay, so keep one thing in mind. If you can trade your ultimate for the enemy flash, always do it. I'll tell you why. Flash, it has a 2 minute and a half cooldown if I'm not wrong. Where ultimate, 1 minute and a half in my case if I'm not wrong, something like that. Here, I got caught out a bit out of position. What I tried to do, I took this plant and I look at the 3 minute marker, 3 minutes into the game, so the plant on the river will spawn. I tried to get it, I wasn't expecting Kha'Zix to be there. It was my mistake because I didn't have vision, and it was also my mistake to spin out here. I should have walked, and where I am, spin back, and then run this way. But anyway, I'm still learning about it and I got kinda surprised, I would say. So I used a lot, and I would be dead anyway because the Israel use is ignite. I would die anyway. I wouldn't have any chance of surviving this. My bad. Here, this I like to build a recurve bow really early into the game because it can make quite a big difference. So I have full rage stacks, 32 from my passive plus 10% from the zeal critical rate. So it's about 1 into auto attacks I critic. And the critical is at you deal 200% of damage, basically twice normal damage. Um, More attack speed means that I stack faster and I attack more. Attack more is having bigger probabilities to have criticals. There, yes, I look at the map and I saw my Zed getting his ass kicked, but I have to push the wave, I have to be sure that it crash, and I can see that he can just run away. So, it's fine. Pantheon was there, so I was starting to get out. This was a bit weird, because he didn't saw me the moment he jumped, he saw me the moment I changed bush. But anyway, and always the thumbs up, of course. One thing that you have to know, it's not important, but I don't remember who in the enemy team was starting to complain about me, about something. In the end, I will get my revenge, don't worry. I'm not telling you to do this, just telling that it's satisfying. And yeah, my team stole the dragon, because, yep, they just killed Kha'Zix, and they could take the dragon easily. I got slowed by Pantheon's ultimate there. I didn't actually remember this. I thought they. Okay, stop it. I thought they removed the slow from his ultimate some patches ago. I'm not sure about this. So now, boots. Oops. Boots are really important on Tryndamere. Really good to chase and really good to run away if you need. And on top of all, I can buy steel caps. Steel caps not only gives me armor, but I'll say it again, it will reduce the damage from basic attacks. Pantheon really good against Azrael, against Ash, Kha'Zix. It's good against 4 of the enemy members, and I don't care about Rakan, so perfect. So I just push the wave, just check if the wave would crash. Crash, quick reminder, is when the wave goes under the turret. To help my Ramus, helped taking the Rift Herald that was here, zoning out the Pantheon. I used my Scream to reduce his damage, and he actually almost stole it. But we were here. It would be dead anyway. So, I hate clicking on this. Just, can I move it? I don't know if you can see this, but it's the record button. No, I cannot move it. It's annoying. So, at this point, I've told my team that we could take the turret. We totally could. Opening the mid turret, again, it's really important because the enemies won't be seeing what's happening. Here they can see because they are here and they have a ward here on the bush. but they won't see the game from, I would say, the old turret, where the turret was. So here, counter jungling. They don't know that I'm here, but Kha'Zix has his blue buff up, and I saw him come, so I was already running away. Never say no to a scuttle, but those marks are from Pantheon, so I just have to leave or to try to do something. Yes, I am really greedy. I am really greedy, but I'm so embarrassed about this because yeah, I have my ultimate, and I decide to run away with both of my summoner spells. But okay, Pantheon was there. Okay, game. Okay, but I could maybe do something and run away after. So I have my static shiv. It's really good. I now have naturally 25% critical plus the 32 from my passive. So I have more than 50% critical rate. The turret actually sweat. Yep, I'm the boss. One more time, Ramos came. He almost got him, but the minion got it in front of him. I think if he would have hit Pantheon, he could taunt him and we could get him. There, I just quickly take the plate and we attack Pantheon. We can totally dive. I still have my ultimate, but I'm not gonna use it because I was counting the ignite. Ignite is 5 seconds. So I was chill. The only thing that I was scared about is the Israel's ultimate, but since I was seeing it, no words. It was okay. And I could recall in time. There. The small glove, more 10% critical. I have 62% critical. So it's a really good rate for now. I am building, I would say, a Zeal, the second one. More movement speed, more attack speed, more critical. So here, I'm helping my team. Three people were there, and I was a bit like, should I help them or can I just go after him? And look, I've used my ultimate now. I should have waited just like 1 second. I could totally wait because Kha'Zix attacked, same for Israel. I used it a bit prematurely, and you'll see why is it important. I'll give you a slow motion just for you to understand how bad it was. Look at my ultimate. Can you see? There is like the number 10, my level, and just up. There is like a yellow thing. It's my ultimate. It means that I cannot get killed. The moment he used his first ability, my ultimate runs out, and I got so mad about it. I got like, ah. But it was totally my fault because I used my ultimate prematurely. Okay, I am still practicing on Tryndamere, but it was my fault. No words. At this point of the game, what do you want to do as a Tryndamere? So split push can be a really good thing because at this point of the game, you are strong. You can basically 1v1 anyone because of your ultimate. So split push, go mid, help taking objectives. The red buff. Let's talk about the red buff. I would say that the red buff is really good on Tryndamere and almost even better than on the normal ADC because I can go right in the middle of the enemy team. ADC means attack, damage, carry. Attack damage is physical damage. So yes, the ADC, it's like a Misfortune, a Jinx, a Nash, an Ezreal. Here I am trying to zone out the enemy jungler. But a Yasuo can be an ADC. A Tryndamere can be an ADC. You have to think about it. Be creative. There is a bot lane that is also I wouldn't say common, but it's used on PC, which is Rakan and Yasuo bot lane. Yes, it is doable. This moment was actually funny. We were chasing the Rakan, and here, I don't know. I thought like he would. I just choked. Okay, I just choke, full choke. I still need to practice a bit on this guy, but it was okay. So, at this point, I just need 40 gold, and I can buy my Phantom Dancer. But I am here with Zed because this was a golden opportunity. He was baiting. I went in the middle of them, I used this, the second ability, to reduce damage, and we were chasing them because we can kill them easily. And there you go. Look at the red buff. He's burning. See? It's really good. So it's irrelevant for me to go to the bot lane because look at this. A big wave is starting to stack on my side. And the wave is still on this side. So this wave will come to the fight before the enemy. My wave will be bigger. And it will get bigger, I would say, until here. Until it goes to this side. But meanwhile, my wave can just go up and crash under the turret naturally. So if the enemies don't do something about this wave, I let the scuttle to the Z because I took both kills on mid. If no one comes from the enemy team and clean this wave, someone will be forced to come here later. So now I will just show you this. Look at my gold. I have almost 3000 gold. I should go back and just spend it. But my team needed help. They overextended a bit and I tried to save them. But meanwhile, there was like a really good opportunity, as you will see. Oh my god, this hit was so good. He used his ultimate to dodge the stun from Pantheon. We could just turn on them. And now, with nice 3000 gold in my pocket, I can just go back. And I immediately bought the Infinity Edge, so my damage just exploded from here. I deal so much damage. Not only I get 55 attack damage, not only I get even more critical rate, but also my criticals won't be doubled. It will be doubled plus 30%. It's huge. Infinity Edge, when you are ahead, it's the thing that you have to buy if you're building critical to be like even stronger. Something like raw stats, really big raw stats. The red buff is up, but I prefer rotate and help my team. Not much to say. Just go after them. Just use a second ability to lower their movement speed. Chase. And try to always keep your fury at max. Try to always attack something. If you are, and we'll just show you this moment. As you can see, it's pretty straightforward. There isn't much to say about Tryndamere. It's just like go, dash in, dash out. My team now is doing a big mistake. So, only Pantheon and Ezreal are alive. Pantheon, I didn't show it, but he used his ultimate to run out, or else he would be totally dead. And three people from the enemy team are dead. One of those people that are dead is Kha'Zix, the jungler. We could totally go for Baron. We are strong at this point. We are really strong. And if you look at the gold on top of your screen, we are ahead by 12k gold. It's huge. We could totally do Baron. And if they would come to contest, we would just turn and fight them. 30 seconds on Kha'Zix, which should have gone for Baron. And I was pinging, but my team prefers to fight. So what will I do? I could push mid. I probably should have pushed mid. It would have been better. But I prefer to just stay chill on my side, don't take any risks. I could also help my team there, but I prefer doing other things on the map. Try to don't get stacked. Taking the red buff is really good because the dragon was about to spawn. They're doing it. A ward behind because Kha'Zix respawns soon, and there he is. If he would come, he would probably outsmite us. That's for sure. I love that emote. So here we go. Phantom Dancer. Now, at Max Fury, I will have more than 100%. Does it matter if you have more than 100% critical? No, not at all. But it's kept at 100%. If you have more, it doesn't have any difference. At this point, we can win the game. All of them are dead. So I literally dive. I'm not afraid. I have my ultimate. And look, the only one left is Kha'Zix. And I could kill him. I kill him. So now, I was a bit stupid because I didn't look at the respawn times. It's really late. So they will take at least 20 more seconds to respawn. So we can just finish the game. So that was it for the game. One mistake that I've did is like not using my ultimate and not trying more things. As a Tryndamere, you can be more aggressive than this. My ultimate, I think I've only used it like twice this game. I should be more aggressive. So Tryndamere likes Small fights, not big team fights, because big team fights means more people means more CC, crowd control. What you want to do with Tryndamere is just stay on the side lane, split push, fight for people who wants to fight you, go in an enemy jungle, fight the jungler, try to search for 1v1, 2v2, 2v1 eventually. Know your limits. If you are falling behind, go to your jungle or safely to the enemy jungle and take camps. Feed yourself. You are strong from, I would say, 2 items. The moment that you will have 2 items, you are strong. So that was it for today's video. I hope you liked it. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you didn't, give it a dislike. Don't forget to share the videos to your friends if you want to give tips, or even if this video was helpful for you or makes you want to play Tryndamere. It's pretty simple to play. I didn't talk about it, but for the boot enchant, you can use two of them. One, teleport, if you want to really split push and go help your team or with objectives. Or, as I'm using, QSS, Quicksilver Stash. It removes any crowd control. Basically, the enemy stunned you, you click on this, you are not stunned anymore. This doesn't work on knockups or knockbacks. So if Alistar headbutts you away or Rakan knocks you up, it doesn't work. One thing that people don't know about Quicksilver is that it also gives you movement speed for 1.5 seconds. So even if you are just running away, use QSS to remove the slow and run faster. It's really good. It's better to use a QSS and have it on a 1 minute cooldown than die. Because dying at some stages of the game most of the time means that they can take a dragon or even Baron. So, that was it for the video. I hope you like it. See you guys next time, and if you have any ideas for any other videos that you want or you would like to see, feel free, tell me. See ya.